Now let's move to the Northwest Province. The ANC there has recalled Job Mokgoro as the province's premier. Bushy Maape has been announced as his replacement. We carried that story yesterday. Maape has been elected despite Mokgoro not resigning yet. Mokgoro was replaced for allegedly refusing to consult on his deployments in the running of the provincial government. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge joins me now from Maikeng. Hello, Sipa. So yesterday we heard that the outgoing Premier Job Mokgoro had not yet resigned. Has he resigned? Does he have to resign?
He has to resign. As of this moment, the information at our disposal is that he has not resigned as we speak. Earlier on, my colleague Aviwe Mtila spoke to the spokesperson of the Northwest Provincial Legislature, who told him earlier on that they have not received any formal communication from the Premier resigning. This is how it works in terms of rules and policies and procedure. The Premier has to write a letter to the Speaker of the Provincial Legislature, basically tabling his resignation, and of course that will create a vacancy which will need to be filled, and the ANC, as the majority party or the governing party, will have to remove one of its members from the list of those who are deployed to the Provincial Legislature to make way for the new Premier who will be elected by the ANC, or should I say for the new member who will then be deployed by the ANC to the Provincial Legislature, and after that the Premier candidate will then have to be nominated and elected. So for now, Bushy Maape just remains a nominee, or it's someone that the ANC intends to nominate. But all of that is dependent on what happens with Job Mokgoro. He has to resign first, and there has to be a vacancy that needs to be declared, and then his name will have to be brought forward by the ANC in the legislature so that he can be voted for. But for now, all those processes have not kicked in because they need to wait for Job Mokgoro to resign first. He has not resigned. We are told that for now he remains adamant that he is still consulting with some leaders of the ANC, which will be surprising because we are told that the top officials of the ANC endorsed a recommendation by the interim provincial committee to say that Job Mokgoro must be recalled so that they can deploy a new deployee to the provincial legislature. Let's listen to the spokesperson of the Northwest Provincial Legislature explaining to my colleague Aviwe Mtila earlier that the Premier has not resigned.
Well, because he has not resigned yet, it means he will chair the ex-committees. He remains a Premier until he has resigned. There's no way that he cannot chair the meetings if he has not resigned, as far as I understand how these things works. But we have not received any communication from the office of the Premier today.
So any word at this point from the Premier, either Premier, in fact, the outgoing or the incoming, and from the ANC in the province and the interim provincial committee in the province?
We haven't had a word from Job Mokgoro. We tried by all means to get hold of him, to offer him a right of reply, to get his comment. We've been unable to get hold of him, but those who are close to him, they tell us that the Premier is seized with a government business. He continues with his duties and responsibilities as the Premier of the province, and that he will take or make his decision and communicate it if and when he has taken that. But for now, they say he has not taken a decision whether to resign or not. Of course, that will be bizarre because we know that he's a deployee of the governing party, which does recall its deployees now and again. But yes, in terms of procedures, protocols and processes, he has to resign to the Speaker of the Provincial Legislature. So it seems as if he is stalling, prolonging this, but we know how it ends. At the end of the day, you will have to vacate that position. The ANC in the past has recalled its sitting presidents, both of them, if I'm not mistaken. So therefore, it's not surprising that the Premier is still remaining defiant for now. We have seen this movie before. The script is the same, but at the end of the day, he will have to go. The question is when. So he hasn't said anything to us for now. He says he's busy telling those who are close to him that he's seized with business government. He will take and communicate his decision later on whether to go or not to go. But for now, he is consulting with leaders of the ANC. And the ANC in the province, the interim structure, has been trying so hard to downplay this, to say he is not defiant, he just needs more time. He is a disciplined cadre of the movement. He will abide by the decisions and proposals of the governing party. This is what Hlomani Chauke had to say yesterday.
We believe that Comrade Job has played his part. He has played his part, he has managed to stabilize where he has stabilized. But there are more challenges as we deal with that. And having done a proper assessment of looking at these challenges, the ANC came to this conclusion that we'll definitely have to get someone else who will come in and take from where Comrade Job has left. It's a normal party arrangement, which we believe very strongly that the intervention that the party has done to bring in Comrade Bushy, he'll be able to take over where Comrade Job has left and focus his energy around delivering what the ANC said it will do for the people of the Northwest.
Sipha, what are the political implications of this at the moment for the ANC in the province?
Before I get to that, let me pick up where we left off earlier on and tell you that we have tried Bushy Maape, who will be nominated by the ANC to take over from Job Mokgoro. He says for now there is very little he can say because the process is not entirely up to him. For now, the ANC has announced its desires to nominate him for the position of the premier, but in terms of processes, nothing has happened, so he's still in limbo, if we can call it that. So the political implications for the ANC are that these internal squabbles will continue. Remember that Job Mokgoro was brought in here in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, to finish off Siphamandla term of office as the premier, because the ANC in this province has been plagued by political instability, deep divisions. So this has affected service delivery in this province, and we are told that one of the reasons the interim provincial committee is calling for the removal of Job Mokgoro is that he has failed to turn around municipalities in this province. There are growing calls and concerns that municipalities in this province have collapsed, businesses are threatening to leave the province. So basically the mandate that he was given in 2018 when he was brought in to finish Siphamandla term of office, and then when he picked up and took over his own term of office in 2019 up until now, he has not fulfilled that mandate. That's why he has to go. So political implications are that residents of this province will continue to be affected when it comes to service delivery, which has been halted by infighting in the ANC caucuses, or should I say ANC structures in this province. But also this chaos and instability that continues simply means for now the ANC in the province will be derailed in its unity project.
Thank you so much. That's our senior reporter, Siphamandla Goge, coming to us live from the Northwest Province.